left there the whole time.
Well, no, I said, is this the only one you want? Because they put a bunch of stuff in front of that one.
Oh.
I didn't know if that was the plan.
But it's
I
good.
think-
I tried. I tasted it.
Good. Maybe that'll be good. Give some more time.
You're fast. You're way fast.
Oh.
And bread
This,
and light, so I don't, I said, they're on well, and yeah, sit here, because they can sit there. And I think they said, they thought, well, we put in, and a couple more, couldn't think of anybody.
Well, my good friend. Well, yeah, but he's 15 years. You know, he's full.
He's a really true alumni person.
Yes. But I did go to school, community group, where when the strings got tired of teaching, they went in the other teacher on the back, that he threw in there. Not figuring out which school. So
Oh, I thought we'd gone to the grocery store and picked something.
it's a long time ago.
Mine passes faster when you're having a good time.
Yes.
yeah, I hear my mom was. Oh, okay.
I said, the last time I was here is when Margaret was here. Right. I said, I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Maybe I think it's gonna be the same one. What Kathy called and she said, now where is this? Said, they called Bill and he knew the day and what time, but he didn't know where. And I said, well, and I said, I can't tell you exactly how to get there, but if you turn at the library, there's a parking lot down there, and then it's to the right between two buildings.
I showed up early because I don't know if it was here early.
We parked and I told him, nobody up here.
I had some in my purse, and I thought, well, I'll make use of it.
He rolled his window down. He said, I just looked on my phone. Yes, this is where it is.
Well, Bill called me yesterday for directions, and they didn't help with him.
That worked.
We decided, we just.
He doesn't know.
Pick up tumbleweeds today.
That's what she said, she said it's too cold.
Well, it was too cold and, man, windy is not good for tumble. They tend to tumble when you,
You've been chasing them.
well, and they may have all blown someplace else.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, God.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, there you go. You're still going.
walked in and he gave it to me, so I figured.
He asked me, I was like, are you in this? Like, I don't know what it's like, so I'm not taking off this.
Oh, I'm great. My fault. I was gonna put it on the main menu. And I also didn't realize, I didn't know if this was the last. Yeah, I might we'll get a motto, then we can get this started.
Yeah, I would let. I don't know if you would announce it on this table. Have us go through it, and then have the inductees. Yeah. Or the inductees. However. I was just gonna. I was just gonna. These two.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming to the dinner.
Yes, thanks for having me. It was a good time.
Did you get to meet any of the board
I
members?
did. I think I talked to 3 of them.
Good.
So it was good. You met Trudy too. Yes.
Yeah, Trudy.
Yes.
Trudy's a big one.
Oh yeah.
She's taken a particular liking to us.
That's good. Everyone seemed happy. Had a good time. Did everything go well yesterday?
It did.
Good.
It's just a very long,
Oh, I'm sure. Yes.
just a stressful.
It's just the preparation.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
And then, I mean, we were done at, we were on 132, and then they came in to clean all this, because it was in this room. And they turned it around pretty well, and they took a lot of the decorations.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they told us when we came in, what can we do? He said, there's flowers if you want to use them. I was like, yeah, there's not there. Oh. Told Quinn to get his decorating skills. Yeah.
You saw how it goes now. It's very, stay on track. Then we had some public comment, which is pretty rare. It wasn't about us. That took 30 minutes. But it was a little tense for a while.
Yeah. So that's a good thing.
It's good just to be an innocent bystander.
Because normally the public comment comes when it's at Shore University. Like these people drove all the way out here.
Really? So they must have been very.
It's a vet school.
Yeah.
A dog died at the vet clinic, and they're mad about it.
Upset. Wow.
Yeah. Eventually she'll get over it.
She's the president. She can do whatever she wants.
We're not starting with that, right?
Well, I can text her. You're keeping them from.
No, it's
That's why everyone loves it.
No, truthfully, 12 minutes. We'd be like, sir, we're getting ready in 5 minutes, 20 minutes later.
I've seen Brian. Never seen Brian.
Sherry couldn't do the same. I've never seen him in a cool overall.
Yeah. Overalls and his trucker hat. Usually what he got on.
my team, so I told him brownies for dessert. Project calmness and happiness. If I'm a little fired up. Well, I can't say some of the things that I said to the baseball field that
So, I'm not gonna lie, as soon as we drove into town, I was like, let's just make sure the games are over yet, because if they are, we're gonna go. And everyone was out there, I told Craig, like,
oh no.
I'm gonna guess it didn't end.
Yeah, it was a good game. A couple calls didn't go our way, and we get to see it. I'm so little frustrated.
Yeah.
Figured I'd tell the umpire.
Very true. That's what makes the games exciting,
I'd rather
right?
do it
And
when
the
we win.
fans.
No, we like that because we're so busy.
When Corey would coach, and then he didn't play, he didn't do that. He yelled, so everyone was there,
What's nice about baseball is it's usually windy out there, so you can yell and nobody hears you. Today, it was a little windy, but I think everybody in the stands heard what I was saying. Yeah.
Henry's our one that's really.
yeah, I'm sure.
He had a great time.
Do what?
Hey, you just take all the time you want.
No, stop. You can't take me anywhere.
Good evening. I want to welcome everybody to the 2023 Alumni Ambassador Hall of Fame. My name is Sean Joy. If I look a little tired, I spent 5 hours on the baseball field today, and me and the umpires didn't see eye to eye. So it was a little windy, a little cold, and we need to play a little bit better. So excuse me if I look a little tired and my voice is a little out. But I want to thank you guys for being here. It's going to be a great evening. We're going to honor 3 great Aggies for what they've done for this university and all their support and their loyalty. So before we get started, I want to go through a few thank yous, because without these people that I'm about to thank, this evening isn't even close to being possible. So I want to thank Paul and Great Western Dining for the meal that we're about to enjoy. They had a long week, like everybody else at OPSU. We had the Board of Regents here, and there was a lot of things going on, and Paul and his crew at Great Western did a great job, so can we give them a round of applause for the meal we're about to enjoy? I want to thank Larry and Sheldon with IT. They're in charge of the live stream and the graphics and all that good stuff, and they do a great job for our university, so Sheldon and Larry, thank you very much. Don't tell Robbie I thanked him, but I want to thank Robbie and the maintenance crew for setting up. Those guys work tirelessly for us. They set everything up, they clean everything up, and they really do a good job. So they got all the tables set up and everything, so I want to thank them as well. Natasha Eidson in the communication department, they had a big part in this as well, with the program and the graphics and everything else and every question I ever had. So thank you, Natasha, and your team. Thank you very much. And last and definitely not least, probably my biggest thank you would be to Cheyenne Black and Stephanie LaGrange at Foundation. Those two, working with those two every day, they have been unbelievable. Any question I have, which is about 20 a day, I think, they're awesome. Their working relationship with alumni has been awesome, and so I really want to thank those two, Stephanie and Shai, for helping out with alumni. All right, so before we get started with our program, we're going to have our dinner, which is prepared by Great Western Dining. We'll start out with the two lead tables and our two inductees tables. After that, everybody else can get in line and enjoy your meal, and then we'll get started, okay?
You guys first.
You guys just not eating? What are we doing?
I'm not hungry.
Well, we were waiting
I'm
on you,
dehydrated.
Miss President.
Well, no, because I'll just keep talking.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's
You
why we
can't
were going to
take
keep
me
pushing you
anywhere.
forward now.
No, well, come on, come with me.
Here we're going.
Okay.
Here we
I
are.
need a handler. But that's what I said. Aren't they gorgeous? Yours are cute too.
cookies and iron. I'm more give me a cool. I don't like sipping.
Then I get off, and then I get completely yeah.
Yeah.
How's social?
We jumped around to work at the
One of those trips.
He was telling me, I don't know if you or James. Said that we were What'd you read? Yeah, she's always CP. Which one is she?
It's been good every time.
Good one.
got 5 minutes. And we had 2 hours of meetings before that with our normal business, which is to an outside business. But they reserve public comment until the end, and then just for time.
Yeah, exactly. Then he goes, then he was like, yeah, when I was a kid. I was like, oh, you do know our strategies.
Right. You were all saying one of these things. Right there. Liz. It was hard to follow her. Just yeah, no, I was so teasing when I said it that way. I'm sure you were. Sure. We've had I really did down here. For a couple of our folks who are newer. I had to keep them crazy and mean, and, you know, there's all this stuff that a lot of our people are happy. Choose to come. Yeah, like you choose this. So, but they're, yeah, she's. Oh, yeah. I can tell you how many times I apologize for that are not. I apologize. I had nothing. Yes. That's part of my job description. Yeah. Some people can never get there. Yeah, but this is.
There's no chocolate. That's what I go to.
Oh, yeah. I'll do it too, that's right. It is. It's not. It's not right.
It'll be in your.
Oh, I think that's.
We'll start going over here.
Oh, Ron's right now, my husband, you know, they're in.
Well.
No, that's right.
You guys need anything?
I think we're good.
Sean, can I get you some water?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yep. Thank you.
I was running out. They love it. Well, and it was such a good, we all sat down, because I think we had a split before we sat down to eat, but we had a large enough group of students there that they kind of split out, and so everybody got to talk to students. And that's their favorite part, because they have to deal with all the boring, dry stuff. So for them to actually get to talk to them, that's huge. It was great. I don't think he sat down, just worked the room, talking to everybody. There's a good anyhow, they're friends with them. So this time we just got in front of it, or got him some honey sauce. We did, yeah.
I didn't really particular. His wife, I worked a lot with. About, wow.
It's beautiful country out here. I'm ready when you are.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the dinner that we're having. You guys are welcome to keep eating as we move along with our program. 2022, 2023 was a great year for the Alumni Association. A lot of great things happening, and we're excited to share that with you tonight. Memberships, we had over 20 new members in this past year. Multiple diamonds, multiple platinums, multiple golds, and a lot of annual memberships came in this year. So over 20. We're excited about that. That's one of our big objectives going forward is getting new members and getting them involved. And so we appreciate the new members. We look forward to getting more new members, and that's been a really positive part of the association this year is getting new people involved. So really excited about that. Homecoming 2022 was a great weekend. If you were here for that, we had over 300 Aggie alums from all over the country come back to Goodwell and watch football win, watch volleyball win, enjoyed a great tailgate. The meal provided at the tailgate was prepared by an alum, and it was truly a great weekend to be an Aggie. The 71, 72 reunion group, they came back as well. Over 50 of them were here that weekend, so we're really excited about that, and we're hoping to keep that going because that truly was a special weekend if you were here, and we really appreciate all that came out. And we also honored the Peterson family. They were the honored family that weekend. They do so much for our university, and I think they had over 30 or 40 that weekend in that crew. So that was a fun trailer they had going through the parade. They had a really good time, and we really enjoyed having them as well. They do a lot for OPSU. So it was a great weekend, and we're hoping to keep that momentum going forward into this coming homecoming as well. Events were a big part of this past year. We did a lot of different events. We did alumni days at At each sporting event, we averaged around 20 to 25 per event, minus the wind on the softball day. Might have been a little bit less, but we still had a good turnout that day as well, and that shows the kind of passion and loyalty that our alumni have. But those were really good events for us. We had food and drinks for all alum and friends. They would come out and enjoy the game and share stories and get together, so we're really excited about that as well. One in particular was really fun for us. Baseball played out in Arizona late January, and we had about 12 alumni show up at a local restaurant in Phoenix, which is owned by an Aggie alum. Baseball player that played here back in the 2000s. So that was really special. We had about 12 alums show up out there. That's something we want to continue to do as well. And that's important to us because we want to provide our alumni with experiences, with events, so they can get together, share old stories, catch up, and support the current Aggies as well. So we're really excited about that. We also had one more great event. It was the Wine Pull fundraiser. It was for the Century Club, and it was at the Downtown Lounge in Guyman. We had over 50 alumni and friends show up for that, and the proceeds of that event went straight to Century Club. And so that was a fun time. A lot of wine, a lot of beer, a lot of liquor was drank that night, but a lot of stories were told and a lot of good camaraderie as well. So going forward, we really want to have a lot of events for our alum and friends. We don't want to ask for much. We just want to provide for you guys, and thank you guys for all the support that you guys give to us as well. So it means the world to us when you guys show up to events and have a good time. So next up in our program, we're going to have the State of the University. Dr. Julie Dinger is going to come up here and give you guys that. So if you guys give her a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Let's have a big round of applause for Sean. This is a fantastic event, and he has just crushed it this year. All these good things we're reporting about, all that jump in sponsorships that we're seeing and memberships to our Alumni Association are definitely attributable to the work that he's done, and of course in the work of the two predecessors at Alumni in the years before, and the fantastic leadership on behalf of the Alumni Association. So thank you to all of you who made events like tonight possible and supporting our students both in the future, in the present, and those of us who maybe attended in the past. It's a pleasure to be here with you today to tell you that the state of the university is strong. Things at Oklahoma Panhandle State University are fantastic right now. We are really celebrating a renaissance and in a point where it's never been a better time to say it's a great day to be an Aggie. We just wrapped up a pretty intense week, which Sean mentioned to you. So we invited and hosted the OSU A&M Board of Regents over the last 2 days, really 2.5 days, almost 3 at this point. We invited our colleagues from our sister institutions from across the state to join us to see our beautiful campus, to meet our students, and to really get to see the Panhandle brand of hospitality. We got to enjoy a fantastic meal during that time with our Alumni of the Year, Mr. Kim Peterson, who hosted us at Honey's, and so it really was a fantastic Panhandle welcome for our friends from across the state. Students at Oklahoma Panhandle State University right now are enjoying national recognition across the board. So as many of you may know, because I talk about it all the time, we have been recognized by U.S. News and World Report for 5 years running now as one of the best colleges west of the Mississippi. And so that includes not just smaller institutions like ours, but all public institutions that serve baccalaureate students like we do. And so west of the Mississippi, we are number 17 overall, which is pretty cool because 6 years ago now, we weren't even ranked on the U.S. News and World Report for the Western region. We're number 17 in that category now. We're the number 7 top public university, so weeding out all the private universities and looking just at public universities. And perhaps the ranking we're most proud of, and we put on the billboard out on 54, is that we're the number 3 best value school west of the Mississippi. And for us, that's a really powerful recognition, because some of the factors that they use to gauge what the best value school is are things like the amount of student loan debt that students leave college with when they graduate. We're very proud, and we like to talk about across the board, that our students are able to attend Panhandle State University, have all the benefits of really any size university, right here in Goodwell, Oklahoma, and leave without the burden of that student loan debt through our fantastic scholarship programs, of course, the support of the Alumni Association and the foundation, and all of you who work to make this a place place where students know you can find a job, right? You can find a way through to get what you need done to achieve your college degree. I'm also proud to say that enrollment is steady and strong. We're looking up for the fall semester, which is pretty exciting and also a little nerve-wracking when you're in charge of housing. I don't know if any of you are in the housing game, but students are hard on stuff. And so we're hoping to have all of that up and ready to go this August when a big group of them comes to visit us. We're excited to be planning things like new student orientation. We're looking at new ways to engage with you as the Alumni Association. So if you have ideas, if you have things you'd like to share with us about how we can better connect you with the incoming Aggies, because for me, the dream is for them to come to have a fantastic experience, just like you did when you were an OPSU Aggie, to graduate and then turn around 2 weeks later and be engaged with you as an alumnus, as an alumna, as someone who recognizes how great their experience was and wants to make it possible for others. I'll keep my comments brief. I'm just so proud to be here, so happy to be here with you. My door is always open to you. Thank you for being here tonight. Go OPSU.
Good evening. I might be a little bit shorter than Dr. Dinger. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the inductees into the Alumni Hall of Fame for this year. First is Mr. Bryant Rife. He is a 1998 graduate from OPSU. Mr. Rife is a leader in our community and has always supported Panhandle State and our students. He earned a degree as a Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness. Rife is a successful farmer and businessman known for his dedication to the agricultural industry in his community. He has served on several boards and has been recognized for his leadership and service to the industry. Mr. Rife has owned and operated Goodwill Car Wash since its beginning 30 years ago and has directed nearly all profits from the business to scholarships for OPSU students. His recognition of the importance of education leads him to devote these profits to education and makes a tradition of hiring college students to work. He engages these students during their college years at the Goodwill Elevator, which he has managed for 40 years. Bryant encourages these students in every way and always prioritizes the students' educational needs over demands at work. Bryant has been involved in the city and community, giving in many ways. He has served on the Goodwill City Council for many years and served numerous terms as mayor. His servant's attitude and his appreciation of OPSU make him a true ambassador to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Please welcome Mr. Bryant Rife.
There he is.
Thank you, folks. Appreciate this. It wasn't a goal of mine to be here, but I appreciate you guys putting me here. And whoever wrote the little recommendation deal, I'd like him to write my obit too. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for family. My mom was born a Bryant. Her mother was an Ellison. And on my dad's side, it was Kugels, Martins, and Rifes. And every single great uncle, person in the family, I have learned something from over the years. I remember one of my great uncles after I graduated from college, I had a skydiving accident, so I didn't go straight to work. I was visiting with him. And by the time he was my age, he'd owned 2 different farms, worked on the California Aqueduct and something else. And I thought to myself, gosh, I'm a failure. I have not done anything and I'm 25 years old. That's not the truth. There's lots of things out there. You just might not be on the same timetable as someone else. But it doesn't matter. Everybody has taught me some stuff. Some of them had to beat it into my heads. My Uncle Bill, he taught me to make sure I always spell people's names right. You know, if you write a man's name down on the grain ticket and you misspell it, woo, he might not appreciate it. As far as OPSU, after my dad passed away, my mom came back here and got recertified or got her credentials up and went back to school teaching to raise me and get me on down the road. It was instrumental. The next place she could have gone would have been Canyon. And there's a world of difference in a 60-mile drive every day or what, not 500, but, you know, 280. So this place has been a real good deal, you know, in that continuing education. They're talking about my degree. I came back here and I graduated from Tech, but I came back here and I took all sorts of different accounting classes and different classes like that so I could do better at the elevator. And one other thing, I'm not a farmer. I'm an elevator operator. Todd Mason, he's the farmer. I got to give credit where credit's due. I know how to walk a sprinkler, and that's about as far as I go. The only other thing that I can say that OPSU could do is talk to Jack Maxstrain and Arnold Beck, because they gave me a schooling like you could never get anyplace else down at Community Grocery. They did teach me a few things when I got here, and I appreciated that too. You know, I've got stuff written, notes on the wall and in the vault that I will take to the grave with me. Anyway, thank you, folks. Thank you for the honor, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Ruff. And our next inductees is a couple that many of you will remember. Wayne and Jen Manning are both 1980 graduates of Panhandle State, where they met and fell in love. The Mannings are known for their outstanding contributions to the education field, having served as teachers and administrators in several schools in the country. They have also been active in their community, volunteering for various causes and organizations. Dr. and Mrs. Manning spent their time in Goodwill involved in as many activities as possible. Mrs. Manning started at OPSU, where she served as a recruiter. She worked in different departments during her 19 years of service and ended up serving as the nursing department's administrative assistant. Dr. Manning started with OPSU in 1985 with the ROTC program. Later, he served as Dean of the School of Business, Interim Athletic Director, and Interim President. He ended his 31 years of service at OPSU as the Vice President of Academic Affairs and Outreach. They were always a couple to count on when the time came to buy tickets for drawings or events to support OPSU and its students. Dr. Manning has a heart for keeping tabs on his former students' success. He formed an email list to get updates from them and inform them of the news about the university. Unfortunately, the Mannings could not travel to accept their award, so Abby Rice will be saying a few words for them and accepting their award.
So now I know that Ahmad has already introduced me, but since I don't do this very often, I will not deviate from my speech. And plus, my speech teacher is sitting right over there. So
Good evening. For those of you who may not know me, you probably guessed that I'm not Dr. Manning or Jen. My name is Abby Rice, and I'm currently the assistant to the Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs here at OPSU. I've been with the university for 28 years. 12 of those years, I had the pleasure and honor of working alongside Dr. Manning as his assistant. And before that, 7 years while he was the Dean of the School of Business and Technology. So a total of 19 years. So just to give you some context on why I'm standing here, exactly a month ago to the day, I received a text from Dr. Manning. It read, "Just a heads up, I want to call you for a favor." What's a good time? Naturally excited to see the text from him, I responded with, "Hey there, I can talk now." He called within the hour and led with, "Okay, now you know you don't have to do this. And if you don't want to, I completely understand. But Jen and I talked, and we'd be thrilled if you would read our speech at the Alumni Hall of Fame Banquet, as we don't think we can make the trip to Goodwill." Now, I cut the speech down from 5 minutes to about 3 minutes, so don't worry about being up there too long. Now, if you know anything about administrative assistants, you'll know we're usually the ones working behind the scenes, and most definitely aren't up here, standing at the podium, speaking to the masses. However, without hesitation, I told him yes, of course, I would be honored. Now, I'm sure there may be disappointment knowing that Dr. Manning and Jen aren't here with us this evening. Trust me, I'm probably more disappointed than you are. But I stand here today with the deepest humility and pray that I'm able to represent Dr. Manning and Jen with the utmost honor and respect they both deserve. So without further delay, the following is from Dr. Wayne and Jen Manning. Jen and I would like to thank the Alumni Board of Directors for selection to the Oklahoma Panhandle State Association Alumni Ambassador Hall of Fame. We are deeply honored. We began our OPSU journey in May of 1985 when I became the Assistant Professor of Military Science responsible for the operation and administration of the ROTC program. In the fall of 1987, after retiring from the Army, I was hired as an instructor in the business department. Talk about God's perfect timing. Jen went on to complete her degree at OPSU and then served as a recruiter. She went on to serve the Goodwill Public Schools as an assistant to the administration, and then came back to OPSU as an administrative assistant to the RN to BSN program until her retirement in 2016. We have both been blessed to have so many people make a huge impact on our careers at OPSU. For Jen, it was Miss Emma Schultz, Dr. Connie Carpenter, and Dr. Elena Breckage. For me, it was Dr. Russell Edenborough, Dr. David Bryant, and Dr. Finn Ramone, my friend and golfing partner for over 25 years. I like to think I did a solid job as Vice President for Academic Affairs and Outreach, but it certainly wasn't accomplished alone. My management style was modeled after Andrew Carnegie's statement, "Never be so foolish as not to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you." I'm so grateful for those who made this journey a smooth one. First, Abby Rice, who was my right hand, Bobby Jenkins as registrar, Jessica Laughlin as Dean of Students, Winona McGrew as assistant to the president, and the deans, especially Dr. Sarah Richter, Miss Diane Murphy, and the entire Sewell-Loughborough staff. Not only did we work together, but we were and continue to be friends. We loved the fact that the entire Panhandle was one community. We had friends from Liberal to Texoma and Boise City to Woodward. Guyman was like our second home. While I've missed my Saturday morning coffees with Carlos Urias at the Hinchy Ford dealership, my morning coffee fill-ups at the Golden Crown in Guyman, and golfing at the Guyman Golf Course with Finn, we will always cherish the decades spent in Goodwill. We're not only grateful to OPSU for our career opportunities, but also because it had a hand in expanding our family. Our daughter Sonia and son-in-law Dean Dreyer met and both graduated from OPSU. So in a way, we have OPSU to thank for our 3 grandsons, Braxton, Braden, and Brennan. And at this point in our lives, we are now adding wonderful granddaughters. So thank you, OPSU. To our friends in the Oklahoma Panhandle State Alumni Association, Jen and I would like to thank you once again for the honor of being selected into the Ambassador Hall of Fame. Thank you.
The Manning sent us a thank you video, and we'll play that here in a second.
I'd like to first thank Jessica Laughlin for nominating us to the Oklahoma Panhandle State Association Alumni Ambassador Hall of Fame. Secondly, we want to thank the Alumni Board of Directors for the selection. We are deeply honored. It was amazing to spend 31 years at OPSU, meeting so many wonderful OPSU professionals, which includes all the faculty, staff, and administration. We enjoyed watching so many students reach their educational goals of graduation and moving into the workforce. Now we love reading their accomplishments through the OPSU Alumni News and Facebook. There are so many great memories of our years at OPSU that we will cherish for the rest of our lives. Thank you, Sean Joy, for working out all the details for our induction into the Alumni Hall of Fame. A special thanks to Abby Rice for representing us at the ceremony. Again, thank you for this honor and being selected into the Alumni Ambassadors Hall of Fame.
Good evening. I'd just like to thank all of you guys for being here today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Katie Quibido. I am currently the interim alumni president. I would like to start off today by just talking about how wonderful our campus is. I grew up as a little girl coming over here to OPSU to the ball games, to the events, to the art department, and over the years, I was able to attend OPSU and graduate, and now I'm able to continue just loving our university through the Alumni Association. But I can honestly say that today, OPSU campus and the student body, the administration is probably stronger than I've ever seen it before. So I would like to give that credit definitely to Dr. Dinger and her vice presidents, because I don't know about you, but that campus is beautiful. So I would just like to give a thanks to them. Very good job. As many of you have seen, our Alumni Association has grown rapidly over the years. We've had some wonderful leadership in our executive directors. It started with Natasha, moved on to Shai, and now Sean Joy has taken over. Sean has been an asset to our alumni program, and together the Alumni Foundation and the Alumni and the foundation have worked together to continue moving stronger. Shai and Sean work together, and we've really felt the importance of bringing in our student body so that they recognize not only what they can accomplish on campus now as students, but that we will help support them once they've graduated into the past. Something exciting that we would like to do this year is that when we have a new platinum membership, we would like to recognize them at our annual meeting. So here today, if we could have Shevin come forward. I know he's here somewhere. There he is. Shevin. Shevin is our newest platinum alumni member. And so we would like to present you with this plaque as a thank you of joining our Alumni Association at the platinum level. And as we conclude the Alumni Hall of Fame tonight, again, I would like to thank you all for coming. In the future, we hope to keep expanding our Alumni Association farther. When alumni can't come to us, we've made it our mission to go out to them. So we hope to be reaching other towns, other states, and really engaging with our alumni that aren't able to always make it back to campus. After the conclusion of the Hall of Fame, we're going to have our short annual board meeting. So we will reconvene in about 10 minutes. If you would like to stay for the alumni board meeting, we would love to have you. However, that is not something that's mandatory, so feel free to leave afterwards. But we will reconvene in about 10 minutes. But thank you guys for coming out on this beautiful day, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully at homecoming if you're not going to be able to make it to graduation. So thank you all.
Well, I always go to the regular meetings.
Okay, you have 10 minutes to keep talking.
Okay, I know, right? But then, like, we should start a timer maybe so it starts going off on my phone.
We'll let the alarm go off.
Shut up, President.
Yes, they said to tell the ones who would like to come to stay, but tell them that it wasn't mandatory. So we're hoping they'll come back. You know, we're going to give about 10 minutes for the honored family. Yes. It shouldn't because we'll all still be here. Yeah. Yeah.
No brothers.
We're not leaving here tonight, Jim, without it.
I think you have a sister, maybe. I never had it. I had Mr. Collins, yeah. I had Mr. Collins.
taking over this way. Yeah. It's a whole interesting learning curve, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. You're the president. Okay. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah, I got you. Well, that, no wonder it's happening. I've seen it. Vice President.
How are you doing? It's good to see you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Whoa, Nelly, what's happening?
I can also show you how clear what speech is. Well, there's way to make it. There's ways to do it. I just shuffle them around. So it's a long-time association, it's a very corporation.
That's fun. That's fun. You know, it's fun.
Everything. And of course, what's interesting is that you think are going to pass without any problem, are the ones that give a problem. And the ones you think, like Chrysler. Yeah. It's always crazy. You're probably yes.
If you guys would like to go ahead and find your seats again, you can even move forward if you'd like to. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes.
is a room full of good students. She told us to, right, sit down, be quiet, and we all did it.
No, I'm impressed. This is the quietest I've seen some of you. Dr. Dinger.
Guilty.
All right, we're going to go ahead and call the 2023 Alumni Annual Meeting into session. So this evening, we're going to start out with the financials by Sean. Sorry, that is an addition into your minutes. If you haven't had a chance to look, there are some foundation bylaw changes that you can glance at, and there are also agendas on your table. But we will turn it over to Sean to give our financials.
This will be our membership update. We had 3 diamonds, we had 3 golds, we had 2 platinums, and we had 16 silver annual memberships. And this isn't on the books for this one, but just the past 3 weeks, we've had 2 diamonds and a gold added, so that'll be on next year's report. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. Net income for the year, $13,209.15, and our total current assets are $264,513.96.
Thanks, everyone. So one thing that you'll notice from last year is that there's been a new change of personnel in the foundation office. That includes our administrative assistant, Stephanie LaGrange. She could not be here tonight, but also our current foundation president, Mr. Jim Quimby, who is joining us tonight. So I'll keep my notice short. Our foundation total assets are $19,450,022.74. That is as of March 31st. So we're excited to see that growing, and with the market, you never know how that can go. So we're excited to be where we're at. We also had 3 scholarships created this year: the Jim and Sherry Quimby softball scholarship, and then we were also honoring Craig Latham and the couple of Harold and Joan Ketchel. So we are excited to have those, and so that we can honor those Aggies as well. We also, with that, our scholarship program, we're excited to say that we awarded 270 scholarships this past month for the next academic year. So we were able to award all but one out of everything in our program. And Jack's smiling at me right now because he was one of the lucky people on our committee that helped us. So we appreciate his support in that, because we did make him have to work really hard on that. His wife's shaking her head at me too. So on your tables, Katie mentioned it earlier, the foundation had a committee go through our policies and our procedures along with our bylaws. We did print them out. The biggest changes to it is the size of our board. I believe it's going to be section 7. We are a board of 28 currently, with 4 being ex officio of the university president, my position as the executive director, and then the 2 positions of alumni president and alumni treasurer. And so we are asking to shrink that down to 20, including those 4. So it'd be a board of 16 with the 4 ex officio members. The other change would be to the investment committee. It previously was appointed by the foundation president. Jim and the committee decided that they thought it would be a fair thing to have it elected by their board. And so that is the other major change. The rest of it was just cleaning up some contradictory verbiage and things like that. But I'll give you guys a second to review it, and then I'll yield it back to Katie to have you guys vote on it. Thank you, guys.
All right, if everyone would like to take a second to look over the bylaw changes, and if anyone is so desired, you may make a motion. Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second? Okay, second by Kim. Is there any discussion, comments, concerns? All right, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, same sign. All right, the motion carries. Very nice job, Shai. Thank you. Next on our agenda, as Shai had mentioned, we have had some changes also in the Alumni Association. So currently in front of you, you will see our presentation for the alumni officer slate, with the president being myself, vice president being Amada, and then executive secretary treasurer as Megan Greason, who was not able to make it here this evening. Does anyone have questions on that, or if you would like to make a motion, we will entertain that.
Point of order,
Yes.
you do not need to actually have a vote if those are the only candidates.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Guthrie, do we just say accepted? Are there any other nominations for the officer slate? All right, so seeing no other nominations, the officer slate will move forward as presented in your agenda. Moving on to the presentation of the board slate, you can see the Southwest Kansas representative as Bob Burr, Oklahoma Panhandle Charles White, at large, Liz McBee, Oklahoma Panhandle, Jack Strain, at large, Ryan Forsyth, at large, Nick Treblick, and at large, Ricky Richardson. Are there any additional nominations to this slate that anyone would like to nominate? All right, seeing that there are no additional nominations, that will move forward as presented. So the next agenda item would be any new business. All right, well, I would like to thank everyone for coming tonight to our association meeting, attending our Hall of Fame. Like I said, I look forward to seeing you hopefully at graduation, and our next big event will be OPSU homecoming. So we hope that you can come. In the meantime, we would welcome any suggestions or ideas that you have for events, activities, alumni, any way that we can get involved on campus. So please feel free to see us. And if anyone would like to, yes. Graduation is May 12th at 9 a.m. And it will be at the football field. And I don't think, have we set a date for homecoming yet?
Oh, it's the end of September.
Okay, I was gonna say, the last I heard, they had not chosen one yet.
Chosen it. It's, hang on. I'm afraid to say a date and it go in the minutes.
So the end of September. Be looking for your save the date. I hope you guys all got the save the date magnet last year for homecoming. Those were awesome. I think that was Shai's idea. Natasha and Shai. So definitely, we will be sending those out again in the near future, but plan the end of September to come celebrate with us.
I think it's the 23rd.
The 23rd, tentatively. All right. Well, if anyone would like to make a motion to adjourn, you have a great rest of your evening. We don't need to adjourn. All right. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Parliamentary.
That's right.
Great.